Oh, I think you made Fan more sad. She didn't play that long last night, probably because she just couldn't take it anymore without you. Ay, 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 ay. No! I'm gonna die. Help! Somebody revive me. I'm right here. Right here in front of you, brother. Ah, come on, dog. After this, we gotta pick up Marriott. He's just... Like, I invited him, and then I didn't get anything from him. But then, of course, like, once you start... Anytime you actually get into a game with this jolly game, you know, and then somebody then responds, you know. I'm like, oh, thanks for responding now. You know? Every freaking time. Massacre. Ah, schnikes. Hey, right behind you, man. Pick me up. Pick us up, dog. No. Help. Bro, these guys will not, like... Are they, like, totally against reviving or something? Alright. That's how you win games. Whoa! Ah! Oh, dude. 2 of our people quit already. Yeah, we're down to 3. That does make it a challenge. Oh, snap. I'm down. Oh, too late for me. Too late! You run right into it. Ah! Theoretically, why don't you just have a little girl chat where you just plat with your lady friends about stupid lady crap?
This chat wasn't even made about you.
It's true.
I'm not.
Who?
Made by Eric. He's the admin.
Whatever, dude. That's bogus.
I'm telling you. You're not an admin.
I made the name and everything. I could have sworn it. I gotta try for that comeback. Oh, that was dumb. Why did I go next to that wall? I don't know what I was thinking. Oh no. I don't think they're going off either though, because I just went by one and it didn't go off, so something's wrong. What's that window? Boom. No. Oh, crud, bro. This one new guy's killing us, man. Oh, right here. Yeah. Oh, we need to revive. Oh, shoot. Come on, bro. Right down here. What is wrong with you? Watch your back. Oh, now you want to revive us? Really? Wow. Right. Well, that's the freaking reason. If they had just revived if they'd revived basically everybody that was down, we would have won. But there were so many different times where it was easy to revive somebody and they just didn't do anything. Yeah. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely freaking horrible. And then we had a fifth guy at one point and he was bad. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. It's ridiculous. All right. There you go. I think, you know. What's up?
Hello,
What's
hello.
up? What's up?
Going, gang.
How's it going?
Good.
Trying to fight off some sleep.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Succumb to it, man. Just tap out. Enjoy it.
And Fam, we're going to be giving us the silent treatment again. She fighting with her husband again about food. Ver. This time it's about really important stuff like carpets or something.
Hey.
Burger's like, oh, I know about that sort of thing. That's why I'm not married anymore. Forget that.
If it was just cake, that'd be easy. If
What's that?
it was just cake, that'd be easy.
Yeah, right. I'd say if marriage was easy, everybody'd do it, but they pretty much do, and they don't make it.
Yeah. Words to live by. See? You shouldn't ponder that a little more, and then you're on my side.
Mhm.
So, what you making, fan more? I hear some microwaves or ovens going off in the background.
No, I think that's invites from me. Like, because, of course, again, like I just was telling you, every time we get a game like basically just ready to go, then somebody else is like, "Hey, I want to play." And I was like, "Well, why didn't you
Yeah,
tell
hey?
me like 3 minutes ago?" So I just got an invite from Masconi. I want you to pick him up maybe after this round.
Cool.
Alright, if they're not down there, then I might be coming Fanmore's way. Okay.
Hmm. No! What? That's retarded.
Yep. Try to sit on this side. Still in there.
Oh, I know, but I died anyway. I
Yeah,
got
I got
ganged up by
one.
two of them.
I lost sight of him. Nah. Yeah,
Got
save
you,
my
Burger.
ass. Oh no.
Shoot.
Okay,
Never mind.
yeah, I was like, where'd they all go? I thought I did a 180. They'll die or what?
By the way, Burger, I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You, first off, you are a straight up liar. Only because I was working on my brake line the other day, and it is the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life. You said it was going to be easy.
Well, not everybody has those skills, I guess. Yeah, it's just flaring a line. You cut it, and then there's a flare tool, and you just clamp that in. But yeah, I didn't find it difficult to flare a line.
Super annoying. Super annoying. And then on
Well,
top
you
of
know
that,
what? You did it. You did it,
no,
though.
but that's the
Now
whole
it's
thing,
easier
though. I actually I did it, but then I learned afterwards of being terrible that I'm probably gonna have to take it to the shop anyway because it's got ABS on it and they have to like put a scan tool on it. So it was like all for nothing, really, in a way.
Oh, I
Got a
don't know.
sniper
Well,
with a sniper.
yeah, I'm shoot at the same time. 3, 2, 1. I'm going for the guy.
So annoying. And then, like, on top of that, bro, like the car that I did it on, like
I got him.
it had, I cut the
down.
line off, right, and then I needed to, then you had to get all new line that wasn't like pre-bent or anything like that. So then you have to get, just random line, bend it yourself, and then on top of that, I had to get new ends, and then no one had the ends. So then I ended up having to try to use the old ends, which was just a freaking nightmare. It's the worst ever.
Oh man,
Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. And one end is the one end is retarded. It was like freaking. It has like it has metric threads, but then it has a standard like top.
Imperial, yeah. Oh man, a nightmare.
Freaking horrible, bro. Worst ever. I hate GM is absolutely stupid.
No. Well, I'm so proud of you for doing it. That's cool. A lot of people can't do that. So.
Well, I didn't do it by myself. I had a friend who helped me, and if he wasn't there, I would have been screwed.
Well.
But dude, it was the worst thing ever too because like all my cars were breaking all at the same time and having like so many different problems. I had a air conditioning problem with one car, and then I had the TPMS sensors go out in the same car, and then like when I got all that fixed, then I realized I needed to do that the back brake pads need to be replaced. Then I had to do that.
Holy shit.
I know, right? And then then the freaking brake line on the other car, and then my truck was making a weird noise. It was just a terrible nightmare. Everything was horrible.
Yeah, doesn't sound like that great a time, no.
It was like the week from hell. I wanted to die. Huh? Well, maybe if you'd beat him better.
Is that what it was about?
He wouldn't be hangry all the time.
Pretty quick.
Like last night. He wouldn't be hangry all the time then. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. That poor man has to eat all that organic food. I feel for him. And probably some other weird stuff. He probably does. Cries himself to sleep every freaking night. Yeah. I had to eat eggplant again. This is terrible. Cannibalism at its finest. I'm not gonna make it.
I got you. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that was so dumb. I know. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, the
I didn't
shots are
even
all
see it
buddy.
until
Well, I'll
it's
take
too
this guy.
late.
Yeah, nice. Oh, I'm saved. Gimme. Right on. What is?
Still one more back
Yeah.
in. Got him.
That's right. Frig yeah.
Sorry, I put in some crevasse work.
Doesn't matter. We will get. It's 31 to 22. I can waste all the Eldorados I want to. We'll be fine.
Nice.
They're down here.
Sniper view. Look over there too. Oh, I got the sniper. That's this guy.
Behind us, China Lake.
Whoa! Ah, come on!
Got him.
Nice. Thank you. Oh.
I got
Yeah.
2 RPGs and 2. Oh, ran right in front
One
of me.
hanging.
Man, that sucks.
Behind you, homie.
Boom! It's over.
Never
I
mind.
had
It's over.
I had the both going around the corner. And it is what it is, ran right in front of my RPG. But that's like 3 guys. That was a good game.
See? Told you.
Wait, told us what?
Oh, that I could waste all the Eldorados I wanted to and just do whatever because we were
Oh.
gonna totally win. I'm gonna give Masconi a chance to join in, but now he's in another game, so he might not want to come. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's here.
What's up? The one thing I was thankful for about the brake pads were like super easy to change on that car, and it was the first time I'd done them on that particular car, but it was super easy.
Yeah, what's up? Sometimes, yep.
I'm the same way.
He's a smart fella.
Oh my god.
Did he learn from the best?
Oh wow.
Oh, mother-in-law burn.
Pow, boom, zing.
See,
Zing of the
see, what you were
day.
supposed to actually say was he's just trying to annoy me, just like his mom. Like your mom. How about that?
Shoot, who got sniped?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, no, no. I'm down. Thank you.
You're up. Oh, I'm gonna get killed.
Oh, don't do
I
that.
don't know how I survived that. That guy sucks. I just killed it.
Oh, dag. That guy's down to 25 health. Oh, now he's down. Up top. Oh, he's
Yeah,
gone.
he did. Yeah, I'm right behind him.
You see the loss?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sure did. He turned tail quick.
I got him.
Yeah, you did.
Start sticking mines on the top of these trains.
So, fam, are you gonna ask your like random question of the night to the group? Da da da.
Shoot. Didn't realize he was beside me shooting.
Oh no! I got murdered.
He was shooting at those knuckles in front of me, and I didn't realize there was one beside me. In the train.
I don't really see the need for people in prison why they would have to vote. They're not in society. They know.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. You're in prison, you lose privileges.
Yeah, what's the point? Like, it doesn't do anything there. That's like a whole new world, right? So,
This is true.
Mm.
But when you do stuff like that, you get thrown
Right.
in prison. I mean,
You do the crime, you gotta do the crime. You do the crime, you gotta do the time, man. So,
rhyme time, crime.
crime time.
What?
I'm just saying, like
homie, don't play that.
you do bad stuff, man. You get
Homie,
you get
clown.
privileges taken away.
Ah, shoot. Behind me again.
They're probably like
Wow.
both doing it.
That's a funny thing. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah, you have to
100%.
show identification.
You gotta prove who you say you are.
Exactly. Because they didn't ask you for an ID, right?
Yeah.
Checkpoint.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, no doubt. That's how
Exactly.
Biden got in.
That's how we got geriatric grandpa.
Yeah.
Jeez, I cannot finish people off.
Get that guy! Ah!
You're right there, Marioc. Stay there. I got you.
Oh, watch out.
Thank you. Woo!
Yeah. I got
Couldn't
him
make
too.
it back
I
in
got
time.
Oh no! Watch out! Watch your back! Watch your back! Turn around! Turn around!
Me.
It was Burger and Marioc.
Yeah, this dude has shot me in the back like probably like 2 or 3 times.
I got them all down. I just need to sniper up top. Just gonna get that other guy. There we go. Thank you. You're dead. Dead you. Boo.
And like, let's make sure we be clear on that question. Are you saying should prisoners be allowed to vote from prison, or should people who were in prison be allowed to vote after they are out of prison?
Oh, once they're out, they already paid their
Once you're out, you're a citizen.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because you are an American citizen, you should be.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that either.
It's horrible for me.
Die, you piece of crap! No. Everybody can have an ID, or, you know, frickin'. Some people have to have an ID just to frickin' go to their frickin' high school, bro. You can get an ID. Even if it's not a driver's license or not.
I missed on every freaking shot. But yeah, I mean, you gotta have an ID to do anything else official.
Yeah, like, you have to have an ID almost to do anything else. There's no reason why you shouldn't have to have it to vote.
Like in most of the times, you gotta have IDs just to get into a courthouse.
Right? Or check in. You have to have an ID to check into a hotel.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not checking into one that's a sketch hotel.
Oh, I got this guy dead. For the win.
I hate this area.
You gotta have an ID to check to rent a car. Do everything. I said to rent one. To rent one and to check into a hotel, all that stuff. To buy one if you want.
To a certain degree, you do have to have an ID drive a car because you gotta have insurance, and you gotta have ID to get insurance.
She's gonna argue with that. I mean, to me, voting is really important, and that should be like one of the lowest qualifications, just to just simply show an ID. You know, you like when you freaking buy a house, they like need like your whole like life story.
Yeah, you need 2 forms of ID just to get a job. Not just one, two.
Not if you work for me.
Because he hires all the illegals, is what
I
he's
hire
saying.
everyone.
he rolls up to the
I mean,
border and it's like,
Swim.
get in, Jose.
I mean, unless they've changed requirements,
Yeah, that's the wrong border
maybe
you're
it
talking
depends on
about there.
states.
That's a lot of miles away from me.
But maybe it depends
All
on
right.
states and stuff like that.
So you're right, but it starts with a no way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
But any job that I've gotten out here in Georgia, I've had to have 2 forms of ID.
Are you driving over to like Oregon and being like, get in here, hippies, I'll pay you for the day? You know?
Oh, not a chance. Those guys don't do shit. Lazy sacks.
Come on,
Mexicans
you blue
are
hairs.
wicked. Those guys rip. Mexican people. What's that?
Come on, get in here, everybody with blue hair.
Oh, yeah, we're pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
All you
You're
guys
at
that
the
say you
wrong
wanna
border
work,
if you want to
don't.
get people that actually work. You know.
Yeah. And then jump in here and tell me how entitled you are.
That's
Perfect.
right.
Great.
When do we get? The first thing they're going to be like is, when do we get our benefits and our pay for the day?
Yeah. Pay up front.
Yeah,
15
right.
breaks. Yeah.
You don't have to work in
Yeah,
those places
moving on,
anymore
boys.
anyway. Everything's at a 5-finger discount, and there's nothing. They don't do anything anymore for that.
No, it's pretty rolling rough over there.
Bro, have you seen like some of those like Twitter videos where like some of those places are like chaining up their like even their frozen goods like stores?
Oh, really?
They got there's a lot of stores that would be chaining up their like all their frozen goods, ice cream, Hungry Man's, all those stuff, because people in San Francisco and whatnot, they just come in and take it and they can't do anything, and the cops don't do anything if you call them or any of that. It's hilarious, bro. And then they have other places where basically they're down in those cities and they have like everything in like little plastic boxes, like plastic bins essentially. Like the whole store is like a giant plastic vending machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy man.
But then there's guys who can like they have videos where they're jimmying that too. Like there's one guy who like heated up one of like the locks and then opens it up. It's hilarious.
That is. Fell down or what? I just like shoot me, like all these guys, right?
Dude, there's one up there with 25 health. Dag. Dude, even recently there was a story about like some person that had like a whole shopping cart full of stuff that they were trying to steal at Lowe's, right? They went out and they like, I guess there was like an old lady that I don't know exactly what her position was, but she was like almost like a greeter or something like that, and she like tried to stop him and was like, you're not allowed to take that stuff, right? And then Lowe's fired her for trying to stop him.
Really?
Yeah. It makes sense.
That does not make sense.
Really? Whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. It's like, the whole point is, like, it's wrong to steal, and you should be able to stop people from stealing. Okay? She had been there for like 20 years, but actually, like, the people were so mad about it and found out about it, there was like a giant public outrage about it, and they actually ended up hiring her back, is what I heard.
Oh, I wouldn't have went back.
Power
I
of
was there.
social media.
Yeah, that's right. For good or evil.
See, funniest thing I've seen was a video of this dude walking around basically with the
Hey,
trash
Stanmore, can
can,
you help me out?
and he was just pulling stuff off the shelves in a convenience store.
Oh, yeah, this is the best video ever. I love it.
And one of the guys grabbed his arm and stuff like that, and the other one grabbed a stick and
Yeah,
beat
his
the mess
stick
out
and
of him.
started beating the crap
like,
out of
started-
him. He was
all
like
started
a,
good.
he's like a Sikh,
Like, literally
like a
giving him a
Sikh
spanking.
Indian guy, you know. It was
Yeah.
hilarious, and he just takes a stick and beats the snot out of him. It's so great. But he like literally like he's like beating his rear.
Yeah.
The best video ever. You should watch it.
In the background of us getting his butt whooped.
Yeah, right. And then the guy too is like, "That's right, get him." So great. Well, it's just like my wife said the other day. It was like something similar to that, where it happened in, I don't know, New York or California or one of those crap states, you know? No offense, man, And anyway, but like, it was something similar to that,
Burn, Joker.
right? And she was like, "Oh, you gotta love that vigilante justice, you know, there." And I was like, "Well, you've got to have a vigilante justice in those places because it's the only justice left.
The only justice, yeah.
It's the only justice they have left in those areas, man." Freaking nightmare. Yeah, and that's exactly what that guy was doing. That guy was a small business owner who was probably owned a convenience store, and his business, and like he had one too many people frickin' stealing from him, and he decided to do something about it since nobody else would.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it should make sense for everybody else, because at the same way, you know, it's going to get to a point where if they keep on allowing that sort of crap, nobody's going to be able to afford any insurance either, because they keep on letting them steal $1,000 every freaking time they come in.
Jeez.
And exactly, you wonder why. It is not, it's like, well, you can talk about that all you want, but at the same time, if people are allowed to steal, and that's built into the system where they're just going to be like, well, that's just how it happens. If they don't fight back against that, it just goes up and up. In the same way, you know, when they have like an insurance company that, you know, has to take care of a whole bunch of houses that got destroyed, you know, they want to raise your insurance when, you know, it's like, you know, a natural disaster. And obviously that's something that at least there's nothing you can do about it, but you can do something about crime.
Yep. Can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, right. My, oh, yeah, I'm dead. The minute that people start fighting back too is the minute those people will stop doing that and stop messing around like that, because they know that there'll be actual repercussions.
Well, that's the whole song. Try that in a small town. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
It's like
That's
you can't
exactly what.
get away with that shit. What are you doing? It's like playing hockey and you put referees in. Everyone's hacking and slashing. There's penalties the whole game. Take the refs out and you govern yourselves. There's no penalties. Not because there's no refs, but
Yeah.
it makes sense so too. But it's if you we play in a league too. I play in two in the winters, and one is got refs, and it's a lot chippier for sure. And the other one's still just as competitive,
Oh,
but
I'm
it's
down.
I got you.
Thanks.
Still as competitive, but everyone has to go to work in the morning, so you're like, no, man, you're not gonna hack and smash yourself, right? And if somebody does, they're like, what do you like? Normally, the whole team's on you, going, what are you doing?
Dude, ultimately, the repercussions too are much greater than just enforcing laws of like don't steal. So in other words, let's say we continue to let these people steal, then people are going to take it into their own hands, and that's when you have people that are shooting people, and all they have to do is say, "Look, I feared for my life, and he came in, I didn't know what he wanted or whatever, and so I shot him." They have to meet. All they have to do is meet him at the door. He was breaking in or whatever it was. Where it doesn't have to get
Yeah.
to that if you just enforce the law of, like, you're not allowed to steal crap, psycho.
Well, the problem is the cities aren't going to change those rules. Ain't going to change the laws, so they're going to continue to do it in the cities, which is why most people are trying to move away from cities and move to small towns.
Well, you can even give your 10 cents if you want.
I was about to say 4 cents, but that's good. Yeah, better.
We'll give you a
5 cents.
nickel. How about a 5? Meet you in the middle.
But each event is singular. How do they do that in the court of law? Every occurrence is like, well, it's like a motor vehicle accident. Like you hit something, that's a claim. You go and you hit something right after it, another claim. So you can't just tally it all up and then the insurance company sues you for all of it. So big business, if it's corporate greed and they're following what, then you go and you steal from the same store over and over and over that until it amounts to a bunch. Then they sue you for everything. I'm kind of lost at how they go after all of those, find them. Each act would be separate. Right.
But yeah, I guess I'm not understanding exactly how would they keep track of
Oh
that.
yeah.
So are you saying that they would go after like the individual after they meet like a certain threshold, even if that threshold is not in a single solitary time? What are they taking their name and number at the door or something, and like being like, please file how much you stole?
So it's simple then. Everybody just steal $2,800 off of each and every store, and you're good. Just don't go back to the other ones. Right. Huh.
Well, I don't know what that has. I don't know how that's corporate greed, where
Yeah, it
they're
looks
just
good.
trying to pick their battles, and at the same time, but though I'm saying they shouldn't, they should be enforcing it every single time. And at the same time, when they have people who are constantly stealing, every person who is a selfish jerk like that and steals is making it worse for every single every other person, because then they're making the prices go up and they're building that into the prices. They're saying, well, we used to be able to charge, this thing for $6, now we have to charge 12 because that's how much we have to be able to make now, with the fact that we know X
Mariac,
amount
what's
of
coming
such
up on
and
your right?
such will be getting stolen every freaking year or whatever it is.
I'll just smoke home.
Part of it also depends on the state and city, because certain things that judges and things, I mean, they still have to prosecute, which is why you have a bunch of companies that are leaving cities. I mean, how many times have we heard Walmart leaving, like Chicago?
Yeah.
And you got Walmart's leaving, so it doesn't matter. They can steal as much as they want, and they can still try to sue them. But it all still depends on the cities. If they don't allow some of that stuff, and they're covering for the citizens and aren't helping them out at all, then yeah, it's too much of a loss, which is why they'll leave.
Well, that's the whole point. They can't sustain it. That's the whole thing is, that's those same corporations can sit on their high horse and pretend they don't like that.
Wow, how
like
did I
those
get killed so quickly?
like those songs, try that in a small time, but that in reality they believe that because they know that they can actually go to a small town that has fewer people and make more money overall, because they don't have the problems with crime that they do in the big cities. Even though the amount of people that they're drawing from is way less. Oh, turd. Yeah, I found him.
Yeah, Hunter done got all of us.
No, well, I'm not saying that there's not that's not it in part, but I think Marioc's right in the way that he's saying that they have, some of it is out of necessity where they have to do that because of the laws that are in place in these cities that just let anything go. Well, it's just like what Berger's talking about, is how these cities have these thresholds of basically, if you go into a store and you don't steal more than $1,000, that doesn't meet their threshold of being considered like a felony or anything like that. So essentially and even though it's like a misdemeanor, they don't even do anything. And so you can literally arrest, you can
yeah, he's cheating lots.
So literally, you can go into, Home Depot, you steal $999 of stuff, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't meet the threshold. And so then, even if they arrest you, they'll put you in jail for like 4 hours and then let you out, because they'll just say, well, it's not worth our time. And the DAs, too, will not prosecute those people. They just keep on letting them out, and they'll go and do it again and again, and they don't care.
That's where the problem lies, is your district attorneys and things of that nature. So, yeah, depending on like a lot of these cities, which we're coming to find out that's where the issue is lying. The district attorneys are not basically calling certain things crimes. They're making allowances for, well, you know, they're poor, they're this, they're that. So we're not going to label this as such, so you can actually prosecute. And it's not necessarily laws on the books. It's just you have city officials that are basically not prosecuting the laws that are on the books.
Well, that's the whole point. Is the laws are there. They could use the laws, but they refuse to actually enforce the law. That's the problem.
Yep.
But then also sometimes the laws are weak, but then even sometimes they're not. They're still just, you know, enforcing them in a weak way.
Oh, that
Big cheater.
speed glitching.
Super speed glitching, yeah.
He's ripping around. He's killed me like 10 times.
Dagnabbit.
It's garbage. Guy right there, found more. I got him. Behind you, homie.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, they're only winning because they're cheating a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Like I'm 7 and 2. When I get shot, I'm like, yeah, I got a guy down. Go to run over there, and there's like 3 guys behind me, and I'm like, you guys get behind me.
No.
Using all the health packs and stuff too. So, but yeah.
What do you want to do? Channel stuff? Is that what you just said? And I'm like, did I just hear that right? I'm like, do some channeling? Right on.
We all need help. Look at this game. Well, of course he did. Freaking cheating piece of garbage. Whoa, get back there, dummy.
Thank you. Got me through a wall. Will shoot me through a wall. I got you guys.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, he jumped right in front of me, bonehead. I had that guy hanging on the wall. Wow. Look at my score, dude. 10 and 2, 11 deaths.
But seriously, I know every time I play like that bad, 9 out of 10 times, it's because there's cheaters, and I just play very poorly against cheaters because my style play is very much not akin to cheating.
No, most people's.
Well, no, but I mean, there's certain people who can deal with it and adapt with cheaters and like be sneaky and whatnot. I'm just not that guy. I don't like hiding or whatever and trying to be careful and all that stuff. So it just doesn't. My style play is very, very bad when it goes up against your cheaters.
Back of life head on. Oh, that's Softies guy that's playing. Yeah, that's the cheater. I just saw he just friended me the other day, and bit of a mouthpiece. But once you get past that, he's not bad. These guys are cheaters too. Rock my Glock, but yeah, all 3. We can beat him. Let's see if we can beat him. We'll play him one more time. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was freaking horrible. Just to give him what he
I
wants.
don't care. I just thought it'd be good to. Not a big deal. I don't
Right.
care. Yeah, all about the stats.
I do that well enough without
Yeah,
playing against cheaters.
need to turn my TV out my bay window here so all my scouts can watch me rip on her here.
Oh,
Oh, they're back.
oh, shot.
Oh,
Oh, he
there's
just.
shots. Yeah, shots.
What happened? He keeps on like popping in and out on my screen.
Yeah.
Now he's gone, I guess.
Were they hitting y'all's mines? Or was
What?
somebody picking them up? They were hitting them? Then I might actually put down mines too. At least make it harder for them to
Yeah.
speed glitch. Slow them down. But this is an area I am very good with grenades. Oh shoot! I just put mines on them.
I have beat them before. That's why I was excited.
I've seen the werewolf before.
Hmm. Oh, well, lucky for you, you don't have to listen to him. That's my favorite games to play, is play against Shot when I can't hear what he's saying and then kill him multiple times. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm toasted up.
They're on the right side, aren't they? Am I right?
If we don't stick together, though, we're gonna be.
Yep, there goes speed glitch. I just,
Ripping. Oh yeah,
flying.
he's just freaking flying around. Like, wasn't even like it wasn't even a few. Gave all of them.
Ah,
I got
what?
him. Werewolf just does not miss.
Who's that?
Werewolf.
The werewolf, he headshots me constantly. We're doing not bad. Just going in there.
Oh. That's dumb.
Aw, there's a guy just hanging out there? This guy's just hanging on the ledge.
He's dead now.
Nice.
Dagnabbit.
Got a few of them back there.
He's coming behind you, Masconi.
Oh, up top. Oh, shoot. Get him. Oh. You're the one who said you wanted to try it again.
You said for my sake.
Yeah. Now you have to stick it out. This is in part
Yeah,
your
devil's in
idea.
the details.
She already left.
Now you're as bad as the cheaters and quitters. Oh my word. I literally have not gotten one single K horde down.
Getting destroyed on all angles.
Not compared to me. Oh my word. I cannot believe this garbage.
Is it more than one guy glitching?
I don't know.
More than one?
Mm-hmm. So Bay or whatever his name and Softs, both of them.
Lucky. Get over there, guys. You're gonna blow up.
This little sorry dude came up behind me. Coming up behind you, bro.
What in the frick? Are you serious? Oh my word, this is so dumb.
Ah, I couldn't even kill him. We didn't even survive. Brutal.
Jeez Louise.
Haha! Got me in the air. Brutal. I think I fired my RPG too.
I'm the best. I am amazing.
Holy. Oof to me.
Yeah, that's my best game I've ever played, man.
Jesus, homie.
Yeah, that one was something.
Wow.
Well, let's opt out of this. Got found more.
She's still online at all or not? Might have rage quit hardcore.
Black.
What's the problem? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she's coming back.
No,
She's
fired
gone
up.
for good. Oh my goodness, come on. Oh. My story just left randomly. So did you see the thing about Neo?
Yeah.
What was that?
What are you talking about?
Neo?
Which thing you talking?
Well, like now there's like 3 different parts to it. It's like really interesting layers, and I'm like trying to figure out if like the story is true or not. But
Neo.
first, yeah, like Neo is a guy who's just like a pop singer, and he also he writes a lot of things for writes a lot of songs for other pop singers.
Talking about the black dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Okay. So anyway, recently he was in the news because he was doing some sort of interview, and he said something like, along the lines of being like saying it was crazy to like try to like have like little kids make decisions about whether they wanted to be a boy or a girl or something like that, and that was ridiculous. And since when do kids get to make those sort of decisions at 5 years old? You know, if it was he's like, I have a 5-year-old son. Like if I wanted to, if I let him, he'd eat candy all day and be then sick as all get out, you know, things like that, right? So anyway, he had this interview, and so then people were, some people were automatically, praising him and being like, oh man, it's so great and refreshing that Neo said that. And then like literally like within like 6 hours or something crazy, like a very short amount of time, there was like a post from him saying, oh, I apologize for the things that I said, and that was bad, and I need to re-educate myself and do some more research, and I'm still learning, and the typical like kind of like sounding apology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, then Neo posted a video and claimed that apology was not actually from him, that it was from his like publicist or something like that, or his lawyer or something weird like that. And he said, I didn't put that out there, so that's why I've got to make another video and saying I'm not apologizing, I'm standing by what I said, essentially.
Well, yeah, of course. We know it's basically it's the ones who run this that basically tell them the image they have to keep and everything else. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones who tell them what all they have to do and in order to stay compliant, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they step out,
Guy coming to cut you guys off. He's blanking right now. Watch behind you.
yeah, I got them. But yeah, when they step out and say their own things, their publicists and stuff will make them either they'll do it or they'll make them managers and stuff will make them come out and say something different. Because the label would say, because the label would basically drop them. They would disown them and everything.
Well, yeah, and I understand why people usually backtrack it and whatnot because they're pansies and yeah, they don't want to deal with the consequences, right? For sure, I get it. But the point is I would most of the time, I think that they are totally fine with the apology because they usually would threaten them and be like, hey, you better apologize or else we'll take away your job, you'll never work in this town again, blah, blah, blah. Right? It's pretty crazy to think that somebody would do that before even, discussing it with them, right? So I'm just trying to figure out, is that true? But then at the same time, if it wasn't true, why would he make the video, right? To try to stand by what he actually did say.
But that's
Oh, what?
That's how they get people to do things, and then just like those who step out, they now become excommunicado. Because I know the whole thing. Because you remember, I know you know Ice Cube, right?
Yep.
Literally, like so many folks were now, it's like as far as Hollywood now, I don't even think he can get a job, even though he's in the new Ninja Turtles movie.
Mm-hmm.
Guy down over here in the corner.
Was that filmed a long time ago or something?
Oh, I mean, I know now he's basically saying, yeah, he can't, there's not too many things he can pretty much do now. So I don't know if he's a villain, so of course he's not gonna, if they do a sequel, he's not going to be in the sequel. But beyond that, when you hear people talk about the movie and stuff like that, review it, they'll say, oh yeah, it's great, April O'Neil is great, and all this is great. And then they'll say, because I watched IGN's, and of course after I watched their review, I unsubscribed to their channel. Because I mean, pretty much what they said was like, yeah, the movie's great, but the only kind of
I hit that guy right in the face with an RPG.
Ridiculous.
The only part of the movie that really is, subpar or whatever is like the main villain, that he was, not all that great. Didn't really say anything about him other than that. That's literally all they said. And then they went into you don't even know who plays him. I mean, they wouldn't even mention his name or nothing. Which obviously, if you look up the credits and stuff, you know who plays him is Ice Cube. So, but what they did though is they praised his henchman. Who praises the henchman?
Yeah,
like, seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, they wouldn't even say nothing about who played the main bad guy.
Oh, get that guy! Get him! Oh no,
Like,
there's two.
It's at the point where they can't even say your name. If you are not, and I'm serious, if you are not a part of them, then they won't even say your name.
Maybe. No, I mean, but that's the thing though. Yeah, especially with somebody like Ice Cube has been around for so long and been so much like a part of like culture, right? With what he was he in NWA? Is that what it was? Oh.
Yeah, NWA.
Yep.
Right. Okay. He was in NWA, then he was, his own solo artist, then he did lots of different movies, even starting as early as the 90s, all throughout the 2000s, yada, 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 up until today, basically, when anybody really, really, like, that popular goes against something that is the mainstream, and they tell you need to do this if you're gonna keep, being in the club essentially, and they say no, that makes them really mad.
Who's that guy? Get him. Yeah, perfect. Now heal us up. Quick.
Hurry up, because they're coming.
Oh shoot!
Got it.
Wow. Heck. But I think that's part of it because I think they think, Hollywood people and the people that are, kind of control those things in the same way, like, say like Harvey Weinstein did, and people all acted like they loved Harvey Weinstein, right? And all up until they finally got, accusations that were, somewhat able to prove, right? But before that, people would thank Harvey Weinstein all over the place and be like, oh man, thank you to Harvey Weinstein, this guy, he's the best, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, after they do that, but then 3 seconds later, when they finally had some accusations against him, nobody ever said anything, but then they were finally like, okay, never mind, now we hate Harvey Weinstein, he's the worst, right? But, like, it's so crazy how before that, they were totally down with him, and, like, nobody said anything. Because of that hush-hush culture, man. And they'll do anything to keep their status, So they were like, well, even if there was probably lots of people who were like, Harvey Weinstein is a slimy piece of garbage, but I'm gonna praise his name and thank him when my acceptance
All three are
speech.
down on top of that roof.
Because I want to keep my job. I want to get better jobs, so I'll do whatever it takes.
It's an elite.
But that perpetuates the system. You got to fight.
Yeah.
The winners, then you'll be there.
But that's the whole point. That's the reason why they don't like people like Ice Cube, who they thought they were on their side, and when the minute they are like, you got to do this to be, continue being what you are, what we know you are, and then you say no, they're like, what do you mean no? You have to.
I don't have a health. Sorry, man. That was the last kill. That
was a close game.
Yeah, it was.
All them freaking what's them things that they was running with ARXs? Good grief! I don't know how many times I got shot in the back with an ARX.
Anyway, but like the point I'm trying to make is that anytime somebody steps out of the main, like we're all doing this and everybody has to do this. Anytime somebody steps out of that, they're going to demonize them because basically, if you're in Hollywood, they believe that they own you.
What it all stems from is basically we are the gatekeepers of communication, of media. We are the ones who tell you what to do, what to believe, where to go. And if anyone steps outside of that, then they get removed from. I mean, you think about it like you said with YouTube. The second they hear something that they don't like, they're gonna ban your video. It doesn't matter. So you don't have freedom. Not in this country anymore. They have completely removed that, and now they are the arbiters of truth and everything else. And they've been doing this for years. It's so funny when they'll sit there and be like, well, if you don't like what we're doing, make your own app. Somebody makes their own app. The app starts doing well. Okay, well, Apple and Samsung won't carry your stuff unless you change over, or you either sell to us or do as we ask.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what happened with Parler.
It's ridiculous.
They destroyed Parler because that's exactly what happened with Parler, where they were like, oh, well, you need your own Twitter or whatever, make your own Twitter or whatever. Then they made Parler, and then they wouldn't let them use the servers, and they would remove the app from. So yeah, I totally get it, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that there is no more freedom. There's still freedom. It's just that it is very much frowned upon, and it is much harder to come by, and the consequences are high.
Freedom of information. Freedom of information is what I mean.
Yeah, so maybe.
You can tell. We can talk. To each other if we see each other and things of that nature, or talk over the phone.
Yeah.
There's so much when it comes to actually getting your message to a vast amount of people,
Yeah.
they cut that. And, and what's so funny is everybody be like, well, if it ain't working on YouTube, go to Rumble, go to this place, go to. What do you think is going to happen once those apps continue to get bigger? The places that be like, well, you can't. Samsung's not going to carry it, and Apple's not going to carry it. So how you going to use it? Google's not going to carry it. So
Well, I
you
don't
still
know.
in the same situation.
Rumble's doing pretty well right now, and again, I don't
It's
know.
it's doing pretty well now.
You can't say
You
what
gotta
it's
think.
going to happen in the future, but I'm just saying, like, it is
Yeah,
pretty free. I don't think there's too much censorship really, and
you gotta think too. But where do most people come to get their videos and information? It's still
No
YouTube.
way. How did I fucking miss that guy the whole time?
yeah. But then at the same time, you got Twitter now, which is pretty free and open. I would say, way more than it used to be.
Yeah, but Twitter is still the smallest out of all of these social media sites. So I mean, all I'm saying is in every situation until something gets bigger to the point where it becomes big trouble for the biggest companies. Where now it's like because yeah, Twitter's big, but it's compared to Facebook, it's like it's a tiny little cat. But you gotta think
I don't know
bigger
what the
it
numbers
gets,
are, and but
it's the smallest out of all of them.
yeah.
But even Instagram and all that, yeah, it's the smallest. But the thing is, it's still a major place where most of the big name people are. So because of that, and because people have followers there, it's going to be hard to get rid of. I know, Facebook is doing their own little thing now, but
Gotta shoot the guy in the window.
Nobody cares about that though. Like the threads thing, like I don't think it's not doing well. And the whole point is that people know that if they really want to get like a direct link to what happened or a video that shows exactly what went down, they have to go to Twitter because they know that Threads is censored, and there's already been proof of that. And literally, like, that's the thing I like about Twitter more than anything else is just because, like, if you read an article, say on Yahoo News, right? They'll write a whole article sometimes about a video, and they won't want to tell you about, like, even link to the video sometimes. They don't want to even tell you about it if it's something that they are like, they want to be in control of the interpretation or whatever happens, whatever event. There's a video of it, but they don't want to talk about it. They want to just talk about the event and put it in their own words and tell you what you're supposed to think about it.
yeah,
And that's,
basically, they paint a narrative.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's great where you can just stop. I don't want to read your 20-minute article about what supposedly happened. I can go watch the 3-minute video for myself, and then I can determine what happened.
Yep. But they're slowly trying to make it harder for you to determine what happens for yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Ridiculous.
Ah! The thing is too that I always find funny is like anybody who has this persona of being like somebody who's like a rule breaker or somebody who's like on the fringes of society or says like controversial things, as long as that person is on the right side that the media wants you to be on, they're totally fine with it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no repercussions or whatever, as long as they're on the side that they want you to be on. But the minute that same controversial guy says something that is on the wrong side of the issue that they don't like, then that actually becomes controversial for real. And then they're like, "How dare you?" So in the same way with Ice Cube, you know, when he was singing songs about killing cops, nobody cared because that was fine.
Oh yeah, of course.
But then when he doesn't want to take the vaccine, that's not fine. That is very bad. Much worse than killing cops. It's so ridiculous, right? Like, what kind of world do we live in now?
1984.
1984, there you go.
Orwellian, yeah.
It's like the t-shirts like made 1984 fiction again.
How am I getting shot through the box?
Oh my goodness. I fell for their trap. Watch out. Watch your back. Oh my goodness.
You're too busy over here taunting on you.
I feel like how crazy it is too, of like where it's only been like 3 years or less, wherever you want to draw the line of like, you know, being when it was like the deep heat of like all the COVID stuff. And even now I feel like already people are like, you know, if you talk about certain things that like happened back then, they're like, did that really happen? Are you sure? like it was only 2 years ago. I was there. It happened. Trust me. Like you.
So easily people are deceived just by basically watching the news and
Right.
everything else that they listen to and watch and pull up on their phone. That social dilemma, basically, man. That when I watched that messed me up. I deleted my Facebook account and everything, literally right after the show ended. Boop, delete. Because I mean,
Social
they're
dilemma.
pretty much, yeah, they pretty much tell you right there. What, essentially, the objective is to push you down this way or that way. So as long as you're not looking for the truth, you can go, you know, the side of the, you know, right wing, this and that stuff of that nature, and you can be, you know, conspiracy theorist. That's fine, but as long as you're not actually doing more investigations of the truth and actually speaking truth, then they'd rather keep you at odds where you can be at war with each other. Man, it's ridiculous. It was just watching that stuff and how they'll sit there and say the creators and things won't even let their own. They won't have an account. Neither will they let their own family members have an account because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. So Burger, you still there?
Yeah.
What would you say is the what was the result of like the Canadian truckers like I don't know what you would call that, like
Freedom Convoy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What
It was
what
huge.
came out of that?
Yeah, so it was huge. People rallied behind it, started realizing that the vaccines were BS, all of this stuff. But Mayor Lynch, the government shot themselves in the foot up here. So they won it right off the bat. Like the Freedom Convoy was a large percentage of Canada, but there was still a bunch of people that just didn't buy into it, didn't understand what it was. It was our media skewed it, and then when it came down to it, now people are going, "Ooh, the Liberals shot themselves in the foot." Now it's coming out. So it took a while for that to get to that stage where starting to stand up against the government.
I got another question in conjunction with that, but first I was going to tell you, you're echoing real bad. I don't know if your mic's dying or your controller's messing up or what.
I'm not sure either.
Just so you know. Sometimes when Mariac has troubles, if he switches controllers, it helps.
Was you hear echo?
Yeah, the echo. You hear an echo?
I don't hear echo, but it might be with this controller. I had to change controllers because the other ones were about to die. I'll switch it back soon.
No, when you talk, I don't hear an echo. Only when Burger talks, and then also a little bit when I talk.
Everybody else's sound. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with the whole banks thing? Because, like, you know, there for a while they were like freezing people's bank accounts too, right?
Yeah, they froze a lot of accounts for no reason. Single moms, anyone who donated to the convoy got frozen.
Yeah.
Which was stupid. What's the name of that website where basically people are able to
Give, Send, Go.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
And Give, Send, Go.
Yeah, they both that's the dumbest thing in the world. You basically now have sites where you can donate to people, and they basically are telling you
they can take it away. Well,
yeah.
Like, and what even happened to that? Like, with Give, Send, Go, they essentially like told them that they weren't allowed to give to it, right? And then I think they had to give everybody refunds.
Yeah.
And at first, too, another even crazier than that, though, like freaking GoFundMe's really liberal, and for a while there, they were like, "Well, we're gonna take the money anyway, and we're gonna give it to something else."
Yeah.
You remember that?
That's what was stupid. Yes.
That was crazy.
That was stupid.
And they were like, "What?" And so eventually, I think they were like, didn't do that because they realized that they weren't going to be able to get away with that crap, but they were definitely trying to.
Yeah, it is. But it's crazy that people think that they can do this stuff without any repercussion. And the thing is, technically they can, because even the banks, like, you can't donate to a bank account or nothing like that, because the banks would do the same thing. So it's like, only way you can actually do something is if you, like, I guess, sent money, but then what, like Western Union be like, well, no, you can't send money to them this way either. Like, every means of doing anything, they have control over.
Yeah, and the digital currencies of Canada is one on the forefront of it right now.
Oh, don't worry, they've already been trying it out here in America too.
Yeah, but we're one of the first ones that are going on the digital currency grid and been mapping it out.
And they got all those ideas from freaking China.
Yeah, it's been, well, when crypto first started, which was 97, somewhere in there, whatnot, that's when it's all started. They started thinking about it. That's where they've been working on getting it centralized. It's going to be very difficult for us to fight back and not get a digital. I don't know how, which is very scary, but we're going to do that yet.
Yep.
Yes.
And what's so
Thank
dumb
you.
about folks these days too is that they're not paying attention to what they're doing to the American dollar, how they're literally tanking it, and then not only that, understanding that they sit there and tell you this nonsense about, well, yeah, we want to a green earth, this, that, and the other. You know, like people don't seem to understand like what they're telling you. The American dollar is a petrodollar. So if they do away with fossil fuels, all of America's wealth is in fossil fuels. Like people are so stupid that they are literally like, yeah, we know we want a green earth. Y'all really understand what they're telling you? They're going to make you poor. Like seriously, they're going to make you poor. Take away all your funds
they can
and
control,
your
they can turn you on, shut you off with the click of a button. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, they already do that in some countries. Like, okay, check it out. My parents just recently went for a visit to South Africa, and over there they do what they, so cleverly call load sharing. And what that is a fancy term for every single day to conserve energy. They turn off the power for like 2 to 4 hours or more a day, and it's winter time there right now, and they turn it off still.
Oh, you know they do that. They do that in California.
It's so crazy, bro. And and there's literally places, I know it doesn't get super cold there most of the time, but there are literally places in Africa, in the mountain places and stuff like that, where you get really cold and snow, and they're turning off the air conditioning. I mean, they're turning off the heat and turning off the power altogether every single day.
Yeah, remember California basically is like, yeah, you can't use any gas fueled vehicle at a certain point. They're completely doing away with them, but then at the same time they're telling people with all electric vehicles, yeah, you can only charge during these days, during these hours, this, that, and the other.
Well, it's because
wait,
it's
you're making everybody get electric everything, and you tell them they can't charge their stuff.
Well, the whole point though is it's double fold, man. Is like they want you to buy these things that aren't even any good. Then they want to tell you when you can and can't charge them, so that you can't actually go very far away from home in the first place, because they want to make sure that you are immobilized as much as possible, because they want to know where you are.
Well, that's why the Great Reset talks about you won't own anything and be happy, because everybody won't be able to own a vehicle because you can't afford to own a vehicle because the power grid won't support it.
Yeah, the power grid isn't ready for it.
Gas isn't going anywhere for a while. Like it's only for the for us common folk. We're not in the club. Like,
yeah,
there's still. You think they're not going to be driving, like flying their jets and all of this stuff? Of course they are. Like,
of course.
Planes are still going. All this. Yeah, you just got to follow.
All the people who fly the World Economic Summit or whatever it is, in their private jets to tell everybody else like us, commoners, to like not stop driving our cars. We're wasting too much fuel.
I already told you what they're doing in Atlanta for the at the airport. They're making a airport for the high-end folks, like a whole section for them.
That's crazy.
So of course. But yet you can't tell the blind literally what's going on because they're just literally that blind.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's sad that it's like, can you not see what's going on? It's conspiracy theory. Bruh, it's not conspiracy theory. It is literally right there in your face.
Who died?
And they're not hiding it. They're just telling you, well, no, this isn't what we're doing, and you're believing it. That's literally all they're doing is telling you that they're not doing it, and you believe it.
Dude, did you hear the other day where Kamala Harris literally said out loud, like that we need to reduce population? Just like it was nothing.
A while back, and that was like slipped on the quiet words.
Yeah, like said the quiet part out loud for sure.
Well, that's why they destroyed the Georgia Guidestones.
And Justin Trudeau just said it too the other day, Tuesday. Oh, and here we're gonna force people to do this and all of this right on his speech, like how he's gonna get, like how are you gonna get people to do this? Like, oh, we're gonna force people to do this, and our way, that it's a better way for the future. And he didn't even everyone's like, force? Like, freaking, like, he's
Well,
using words like that. I'm
he
like, wow,
already
that's...
did that. He did that so many different ways. He basically in Canada, like if you didn't get the jab, you weren't even allowed to like do anything hardly. You could barely buy groceries.
You guys should
Yeah,
look
see,
up a
that's
medicine, because I'm buying it, these supplements tomorrow, and it's, I just got it in my feed. NAC supplement.
that's the
Supposed to
that's the
take
exact same.
the carbon, like, it's an extreme antioxidant. Uh, biothiamine, or that's, glutathione, I think.
Hmm.
Anyway, those are the things that keep you healthy. And this stuff, it's NAC, stands for like, what is it? Acid, anyways, this stuff can take out the mNRA virus and out of your DNA, move it. So
Mm.
they've proven this, and that's kind of like a carbon footprint, the mNRA that can control your DNA. It, but this removes that and gets everything back to normal. So it's been tested and proven now. So I'm like, I'm going to get it. It's only like $50 for
There
a
you go.
supplemental, like a bottle, 500 milligram tab, $48.
But like you were saying about what Justin Trudeau was saying, that's the exact thing that the CEO of BlackRock was saying, forcing people to do to comply to ESG. I mean, he literally was like, give them no choice. That's what we're gonna do. Give them no choice. So I mean, that's where they're getting their barking orders from. They're the ones who are running everything.
Well, I waited, right? I was one of the last ones, and I'm like, shit, I need to do this. Some of the people supplying us with work, they were like, yeah, you can't get on the site unless you've got the jab. So I was like, what? And I'm like, well, that sucks. But that's what I gotta do. I gotta work. I gotta eat.
Yep.
So, but I didn't take the boosters. I got the first and second jab. I was like, no, that's it. I'm not getting boosters.
And then if they raise the national what is it
Debt.
minimum
Anyway.
minimum wage, then essentially you're going to kill all the small businesses and everything else. The only thing you're going to have are the big businesses. That's the only way you're going to be able to make money.
Well, you know what? The beauty of my job and the beauty of my career is I pay everybody on work. So I pay them $50 an hour, but I give them bonuses and incentives. It's not a bad way to do it. There's, so mine wouldn't go on, and the beauty of mine too is I'm in restoration and insurance. So as the economy gets worse, and our rates, like insurance rates for doing the work for insurance companies, goes up. So I'm not in a spot where it's like, oh geez, we've got this work, but it's all stagnant pricing. The prices fluctuate and they moving with the market. So I think I'll be able to survive it, but there's a lot of people that are gonna go.
Yeah, well, that's the whole
yeah.
point, though, is like, even if somebody can survive it, and, like, big construction has like, probably a lot, better margins than somebody who's a small business owner, that's just running a cafe or something like that, or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh shit! I almost.
People take out loans for houses. They don't take out loans for going to dinner. Okay.
No, well, dinner out would stop. Restaurants and things like that, they took a hit when COVID originally hit. So,
Yeah.
a lot of those owners didn't.
A lot of them didn't make it, and as they continue to up that minimum wage more and more and more, it makes everything more expensive for everybody, while at the same time putting the business owners out of business. Probably, you know, either they're just really stupid or it's by design.
It's by design.
It's by design. It's by
Yeah,
design.
100%.
Yeah, and
This is
it's like
uncalculated.
the same thing is happening in Illinois because they got a super majority here and they just keep on raising the minimum wage more and more and more and more. And at some point, it's going to be really unsustainable for a lot of people. And it's like they're raising it every single year now, like by $1, which is a lot.
That's the point. That's the
Exactly.
point. Because I mean, essentially, when you look at it, they don't give opportunities for smaller businesses or for basically for people to make it on their own. You're going to government assistance, and that's where they want you at. Because if you're in government assistance, then they can basically tell you, okay, well, you have to do this, and if you don't, then you won't get any more assistance. It takes away your freedom. You have literally
Yeah,
no
you can't
freedom.
travel. And then that gets you to the 15-minute city. So they go, oh, well, you can't live in the country because you can't afford gas. We're not giving you that a lot. Well, you move into the city. Justin Trudeau even said this to our Canadian citizens, people with master's degrees, all this. We're going to lose our practice. We're going to lose all this stuff. And he goes, yeah, there's going to be plenty of jobs. You can work as janitors.
Plumbers.
You can work as this. It was just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
No worries, all good. Yeah, dude, there's plenty of jobs to be janitors and things.
Yeah.
I forget the other one. Maybe truck drivers and janitors. That was like, wow.
Yeah, you can be a truck driver until
Like,
they
what an
automate that
insult.
too.
An absolute insult.
It's because he doesn't care about anybody but his own smiling self. You know.
That's going to force people to be in the cities because, like a lot of the amenities that they have that are going to be for folks, like charging stations and stuff like that, aren't going to be available for for those in small towns.
Well, they've already got like the 50 cities, like they've got it so you can't even leave. Can't leave the city.
Yep.
Like so you're allowed to go 15 minutes away from your house, and if it's too far, you need like a special permit for it.
Like a little piece of paper and a Star of David on your arm.
Well, yeah, like tons of stuff, and it's the mark of the beast. So they're like, yeah, you can get the chip, and you can pay by using your handprint, or you can use like your credit card or something like that. I got that good shit.
I got him.
So, right on, now we're coming back. Homie, it's up to you. All you. Get me and I can get that guy.
Sorry, probably did that backwards, but it worked either way.
No, that's good.
Get him!
I got him.
Alright. Whoa! I'm down. Oh, watch yourself. Oh, shnikes. I got one down right there.
Ah, shoot. Freaking sniper got me.
Bro, we gotta, like, step this game up, man. This is still doable, but it's a long shot.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson's got it pretty good the other day. Yeah, man. It's like now's the time to become a warrior, plan for this stuff. And I do. I've got power, water. I've got tons of water and tons of power. Oh no! I stopped shooting them. If things come down to it, I got places that I can live, like in the mountains with like trailers and stuff. I'm like, I could like going off grid, like tons of guns, rifles, ammo. I could, pretty certain I could do it.
Is that stuff even legal anymore in Canada?
Which?
Guns.
Yeah, no, we're winning it. Trudeau tried to take it away. Handguns are, you can't buy, transfer, or sell those anymore. But anyone that already has handguns, like yourself and stuff, you're allowed to keep. And then we were never allowed assault rifles, but yeah, semi-automatics and stuff like that, never full auto. Those are still there. They tried taking away a bunch. You know what they banned? Are paintball, guns, airsoft, stuff like that. That was on Trudeau's list, and those ones went
Paintball
through.
guns? Really?
Yeah, that was on the list too, and they were like, "What?" And they tried to he tried to sneak in like 300 extra guns in the bill without anyone. And our new safety minister, that was Mendicino, Marcus Mendicino, he just got fired. They fired fired 7 people in the cabinet just recently and shuffled it because he used them as scapegoats. Just said, these guys didn't know what they were doing, and fired them. Yeah, it's crazy, man, just to try to get these other votes. But
That's ridiculous.
yeah, we've got guns. Everybody that I know is stockpiling ammo and just saving it. Like, I don't know, I've got about like 30 grand in guns and ammo in a closet.
Yeah, I gotta be ready for this next generation that's coming up. These kids coming out of high school, and once they become leaders, they're the idiots that are gonna flip everything on his head.
I don't even think we're gonna be around like not around that long. We're going to be, but I don't know what those kids are gonna do. I don't know. I think we're gonna be so controlled. Like we're at a tipping point, and it's so vital that we stop this train wreck.
See, this is why I think Gina Carano got in trouble when she did, because literally their plan is what she called out, is what they did with the Nazis, with the Jews, and back then. I mean, you basically make a group of public enemy, and then you have a whole generation coming up learning that what do you think they're gonna do? The second they start getting control of anything, I mean, it's basically like this is what's popular. If everybody ain't adhering to this, rat them out, and they're so quick to just flip them.
So what they did that in Canada. Trudeau did that. Rat on your neighbor, and we'll pay you money if you rat on your neighbor. And
they did that in California too.
More than 5 people in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they did this, but Canadians were like, screw this. So they changed, where they were like, we're not doing this again. And all those people, so they blew that chance. Like they had it working where people were like, yeah, you guys are gonna be spreading it. It's the unvaccinated's fault. All of this is unvaccinated people and all these lies. And they're like, what? If you're vaccinated, why would you even care if somebody's not vaccinated?
Right.
Because you're vaccinated. According to that, you're safe.
Well, because they knew that they probably knew they were gonna move the goalposts, because they kept on moving the goalposts, because it started out.
No, but just hear that though. Just think of like Marriott got it. Like, and they're like they're telling people, yeah, like freaking, you're like, it's all a lie, all a scam. Because they're like, yeah, you're going to, if you're not going to be healthy or saved or any of this stuff if you're around unvaxxed people. You're like, well, I got you guys.
Thank you.
But I'm like, yeah, it's all safe.
Come on, like, think about
But
it. Though.
don't you remember,
the logic behind that? Why is it so hard for people to actually use their brain to figure out that
it's the hardest thing in psychology.
Sense?
I'll answer that question based on actual science. It's the hardest thing in psychology for somebody to change their mindset of something that they were taught is helping you, or the government's on your side, all of these beliefs, and then somebody tell you, no, they're actually out to get you. Like,
Yep.
oh, just on a rant.
Well, it's just I think most people are kind of just like sheeps, you know, and they will do whatever the main guy tells them to do, you know. They'll just
You
go
are
with
correct.
they go with the flow, and then that's also why the people who won't go with the flow get demonized and be like, "You're a crazy psychopath," you know. Yeah, and I'm like, no,
My whole
okay.
family
I
did
just
that to me.
I just think for myself, okay, and like I was, you know, against so many different things that, you know, everybody was like, well, what's your freaking problem? And then now everybody kind of accepts, well, yeah, I guess that wasn't that great of us to do, or, you know, think or whatever, or that wasn't true. And I was like, I told you that wasn't true so long ago. And it's not about like I'm right and you're wrong. It's more like just about like, why is it whenever, you know, we raised doubts about some of that, and like, I don't know about all that, you know, it was always like, you know, well, you're being evil and you're a bad person, you know. And
Yeah.
like
Burger
then,
was
but
saying
also, and that's the whole point is like, what? No, did any of those people too ever like apologize? They ever apologize, being like, "Well, I was wrong." So like, in other words, like,
No, they never do. That's
yeah,
the
like,
thing. Like, I do.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
you were
was
right.
way
Oh
off.
shit.
I was way off on
Yeah,
that,
I've got
right?
no problem saying
But
it.
nobody does
People say
it. That's the whole point. Like
They-
everybody,
Nuts.
every single person who was like shoving that stuff down their throats and being like, "All right, everybody needs to get the vaccine, and you need to get the vaccine, and then once you do, you won't have to worry about ever giving COVID to anyone ever again. You'll be right as rain, you know." They should be apologizing left and right to every freaking other
that's what we
person.
They're
fired in
not.
Canada.
But see,
In
they're
Can-
not. And
No, of
this is the
Yeah.
other
course
thing. They're
not.
just gonna find a nut. They're finding other ways to tell the same lie. So it really doesn't matter. They're never gonna apologize because it's still if they apologize, that would admit that what they were saying was wrong.
Yeah,
But
and
we've
that's
got
what.
like all of our provinces are actually like pretty. They're sovereign in the sense that there's like Canada, like the United States is all the states with oh man, why is this not shooting?
Oh, come on, help! Help! Oh.
With Canada, province has their own set of rules under the monarch, and they're pretty powerful. So it's a bunch of independent provinces that make up Canada. Now,
Right.
with where the hell was it? What were you just saying there? There was
I was just talking about how people don't apologize, really, and like.
oh,
I
okay, yeah. So don't apologize, but I'm killing all these guys are down. Oh.
I guess, and that thing that bothers me the most about like that whole thing too, is how you had so many people who were, you know, Christians and church people who joined in with everybody else, and they were like, you know, basically the little Gestapo's like assistants by being like, oh, if you want to be a good Christian, you have to make sure that you know, get the jab and wear the mask and all this different stuff, you know. And then when it sounds, you know, now you know, really everyone should be like ultimately able to admit that, you know, that a lot of that stuff we were told was total garbage and didn't mean, you know, wasn't right at all. And did you ever see any of those people who are, again, saying that they're Christians, you know, and sort of supposed to be all about repentance and, you know, forgiveness and whatnot, say, you know, man, I was really wrong. I missed the mark on that, and that was really bad of me. Anybody? Can you give me any example?
Yeah, man, I wish I had this point and I'd playing a good game, so I'm staying in there. But there's I'll get back to that other point because it's massive, it's absolutely massive what Canada did on some of these points, what they did to their citizens, and then how we fought back. But then what they're trying to do, like it's, I'll figure out the point when we done this game.
Because
But
Trudeau
yeah,
doesn't want to be the Prime Minister of Canada. He wants to be the dictator of Canada if he can.
He already is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. He has no interest in being the prime minister or having any sort of position that where he cannot accomplish all of the things that he wants to accomplish by himself. But dude, I mean, like, some of the terrible things that Canada did, like America was doing the same things, and if they were doing them a little bit less, we're just a little bit behind. Canada typically is like America, just you guys are like 10 years ahead of us.
No. We're 3 months behind with like the States on major moves and stuff. Yeah, we follow suit.
I don't know.
Same thing with
Yeah,
Europe.
we're
Like everybody gets their barking orders from the United Nations and the World Economic Forum.
Well, I guess what
They're the
I'm
ones
saying is,
pushing all this
there's certain
craziness.
things that I feel like are way more liberal in Canada, and they're working on doing that here too. But you guys are usually
that's
a little,
okay. Wait. I've got the point. I need to jump in before I forget. So Daniel
yeah,
Smith. So it's about the provinces. So
yeah,
we have all the liberal out east. We have more conservative on the west. But our rights. So in the individual provinces, what I was getting at is Canada has that, and you're right too, Marioc, with the WEF and give the marching orders. But what we've done in Alberta, my province, Danielle Smith came there and invoked our Sovereignties Act, which states that the federal government has no say in our oil and gas, our fuel prices, our commodities, any of it. We can take those and we don't have to give them to the rest of the nation now. So it's huge. We're an oil and gas province, which is very, very rich. We've got the prairies, plus we've got the mountains like forestry, and we've got oil and gas. So we've hit the jackpot on the trifecta there. We have to give equalization payments to the rest of our nation, but we're fighting against our own government. It's almost like a civil war that's happening right now, and they're trying to fight. But this Daniel Smith, our Conservative Party leader for the province, is absolutely crushing it. I had to get that out. I forget how it was all tied into what we were talking about, but very, very important thing that's happening for us, and that ties into the Freedom Convoy, because the Freedom Convoy started. That's like all the truckers and stuff are mainly from Alberta. Anyways, all that was the point that I was getting in, that we're separated, and our states are like, not our states or provinces, but your state.
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
See,
it's the same. It's the
ours is kind of
same
similar with
deal.
the South,
Like,
because ours
yeah,
is states and everything too. But then you have the issue with um, a lot of the states have lands that are allocated as federal lands, which is why the federal government can push a lot of those red tape and stuff like that to kind of say, hey, no, you can't do this. But apparently, recently, they just approved, what was it, a pipeline to be finished in Virginia, something that they apparently had started like in what, 2011, whatever it was a long time ago, and
yeah,
there was like a 3 mile stretch that they couldn't basically get them to finish. Finally, the the right governor and stuff in there, they were able to approve it at that state, because he pushed it through.
yeah.
So now
And
that pipeline
that's
is
the
actually
whole.
going to get finished.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, though. Is like in a lot of ways, like the states have a lot of power to accomplish a lot of things by themselves. They just have to actually get the right politicians in there that actually have the guts to, actually do something rather than just tote the line and be like, well, we don't want to rock the boat. And that's exactly the reason why, the difference between California and Florida is like night and day.
All you also have to look too is look at the Senate and stuff like that, the houses, because if you look and see that there is a ton, and I think somebody actually just ran a poll nationally as far as the federal government. A lot of these politicians are like super old because they've been in politics for so doggone long. If you
Yep.
get rid of them and actually bring some new blood in that have new ideas, yes, things will get better. But I don't
Well,
see
if they're
it getting
educated.
better because yeah, that's the issue. A lot of the new blood that's coming in have been educated within this public system, which is telling them to continue down the same path. So now so we're stuck in this
Right.
horrible cycle, which is only going to get worse.
Well, and that's the same reason why, though, at the same time when the conservatives have power and it's a super old dude that's been there way too long, they need to go ahead and give up their power and give it, to somebody that they know is going to continue on doing what they would want them to do, or continue on doing the right thing rather than waiting where it's too late and then they you know die or whatever, or they have a new election, and then it leaves a very vacancy at in an opportune time.
Yep. Either way I go, they have too much control, which is why.
Yeah, well, it's a fine line, and they're right on it right now. They cakewalk, and
There's somebody over there.
we're starting to get a spine, which is making me happy here. But
Yeah, well, I definitely agree with Berger too, from the standpoint of that's why it's so important too, to not sit around and mope and be like, well, there's nothing we can do. You gotta fight back and do what you can to make sure to make the changes that you want to see, rather than just being like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It's too late.
Oh no, you always got plenty of things you can do.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying some people are think that there's just this, it's getting bad, so then you just might as well just, walk with your tail between your legs and just say, well, I can't, there's no point in even trying to make change.
yeah, no,
I look at it like this, and that's what my wife. I was like, if the world continues to go the way it's going, we're gonna learn traits and things to find out a way to help ourselves and hopefully around us, because that's one thing you could always do, as far as beyond the government and anything like that. You can always help yourself and help those around you.
nice.
Ooh, shoot.
Down here somewhere.
Right here, right here. There you go.
Done.
Figured that person was gonna come around.
Oh, I got one down right here. Yeah. Oh, watch out.
That grenade did not kill that person? There's still one more out there, sitting there waiting. Yeah, they're dead.
Done.
They got torqued with them grenades.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Got her racked.
threw both of them?
Yeah. Trying to get us. I was gonna stay on the RPG.
So, Burger, right now in Canada, if you see a man, right, who is dressed as a woman, and you call that person a man, what happens if somebody decides to report you?
Or me, still do.
Like,
Yeah.
isn't that illegal or something now?
No, I don't know what that is. I think it's retarded. That's what that is. It's
No, but that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
so
Like, don't they have
if I
some
was
sort of
like, hey
new
man,
law
and
or
they're like,
something about
I'm not a
misgendering
man, I'm
people?
identifying as a female, all of this stuff, and then report me, I'd be like, piss off. I'd be like, who cares? Yeah, nothing happens like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, isn't there some sort of weird law or something they just had passed or something about, like, if you can get in, like, a fine or something like that or whatever?
Like I said, nope, not what I know.
I have to look into that.
I'm
That's what I
pretty sure,
thought
like
I'd
you said,
heard.
also based on the providences and things of that nature, it depends on what they enforce.
Well, yeah, it definitely depends on whether they enforce it or not, for sure. But I'm just trying to figure out what's on the books.
No, there's nothing like that in the books. I live here. If I go down the street and say, I can say whatever I want. Still free speech. They can try to change whatever they have, but it's not. Oh, how did I not see? Oh, I did see it.
It just lagged for some strange reason.
Oh, man, I'm down.
Behind you.
Yeah, no, there's no laws here, homie. Nothing like that. So I can go down the street, I can call somebody gay, I can be like, yo, man, hey, cat, hey, whatever they identify as. I don't even know the pronouns, and I'll never know them. I'll never will.
There's way too many to know, actually.
Seriously.
Know
Some people
all
are
of
like,
them.
yeah, they're like, it's he. My pronouns are he, they, him, whatever, and I'm like, what? Like, none of that concerns me at all. I won't. I'm not going to conform to it. Not going to do it. There's man and woman. That's it. And freaking.
Oh no, I'm not questioning that on your part. I'm just wondering, like, how much longer
No,
it
I
is.
get it. I get it. I get it. There's no laws for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tied up, guys. Ooh. Oh no.
Jeez, I could not get this where I wanted
Okay, I made it all the way over there on the backside.
Yes, get him. There should be a couple guys down over there by where the El Dorado was.
Somebody's gonna pop up over here, I know it.
The hallway, you're saying? Yeah, there he is.
Yep.
Oh, he's so dead.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah, I threw 2 grenades and you threw 1.
No, I'm down.
I got
I'm
you.
down. Thank you. Watch out. Right in the front. Right in the front.
Nope, behind me. Circling around.
I got one.
Ooh, good shot, Tommy, or whatever your name is.
Oh, somebody's always somewhere.
I got one.
Follow me off to the left.
Yeah.
Right
Oh.
there's your taken. Nice.
Alright, well, I got 3 injuries, so.
I'm with Marriott.
Let's see if I can pick you up. Ah, dang. Shoot behind us.
Got one.
Watch out on me, yeah. Killed there. We've got health over here. Pick us up, buddy.
Oh shoot.
Get me, you can get me. Yeah, perfect. Finish him off, boys. Marriott got it.
Yeah!
Nice.
That's it. Boom, baby.
That is a
That's the one.
nice one.
Yep.
I had a little bit better ratio than that one game where I had no downs.
Yeah, you think?
Just a little
Yep.
bit, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right, I gotta quit on that one. Otherwise, it'll just get worse.
Yeah, bro. I'll shut her
Alright,
down
man.
too.
Yep, yep.
All right,
All right.
night, fellas. Great
Thanks for
chatting.
playing, guys. See you later.
No